Good morning, everyone. It's already 11th. Okay, let's start with our lesson today. Everyone is so quiet. I hope that everything is going well with all of you. Okay, so let's start. Hi, good morning, Junie. Okay, good morning, everyone. So today's lesson is really quite heavy, right? So just be ready. And the objective is you'll be able to show understanding of specific information in the text. The text is Q&A education by underlining the keywords in 9 true-false statements in order to find the details in the text before deciding the answer. This is the same strategy I just taught Form 3 at 9 o'clock in the morning today. So the strategies are the same. It's only thing the text get harder. Right, good morning, David, Cuisine, all right. Oh, Adriana, sorry, Adriana, I always forget. And it's okay, Nushin, no problem. Hi, morning, Skylar, if that's your name. And you also will be doing speaking, not speaking per se because I can't hear you speak. So you'll be able to explain simple content from the text using your own words, all right? So the success criteria for you to know if you're successful is the same thing, like Form 3, underline the keywords, morning Adam, morning Haris. Okay, underline the keywords in the true-false statements, identify and underline similar keywords from the true-false statements in the reading text, and then you have to explain and justify answers based on the keywords, right? When you speak, you need to explain using your own words, not words from the text, about the content in the text based on the question that is going to be asked in activity B. And don't you explain not less than 3 sentences, meaning you can go more than 3 sentences. Okay, the textbook page is page 51. I'm sorry I'm going fast because there's a lot of things for you to do today, right? So we are supposed to discuss this first. What's a typical teenager like in your country? I just want 1 or 2 answers. I don't need everyone to answer. What's a typical teenager like in your country, in our country? What would a typical teenager be like? Right. So Sugar say they will be on their mobile phone, either playing games or messaging one another. Hi, Mithilesh. All right. Yes, very right, Adam. You're talking about yourself, right? Being lazy, lazing around, doing nothing is what they like to do. Always on social media, going to school. Oh, you all love to go to school because I think you miss your friends more than you miss the lessons, right? Okay. Do you think it's hard being a teenager? What do you all think? Is it hard being a teenager? Oh, Jaijun said locked up. Sugar said, nah, Sugar is not a teenager yet. Not so hard. David says sometimes, yes, no, yes, right? It depends, right? Yeah, exactly, Skylar. It depends whether it's hard being a teenager or not. Harini says it's fun being a teenager. Okay, it's fun. It depends on what you're looking at. Okay, right. Now read the statements. What do you think they are trying to say, and do you agree with them? The first one. It's amazing how quickly teenagers learn how to drive. I think how to drive. I must have typed it wrongly. How to drive. Drive, D-R-I-V, drive, yet are unable to use a lawnmower, vacuum cleaner, or washing machine. Do you agree that you all learn how to drive, but you do not know how to use a lawnmower or a vacuum cleaner or a washing machine? Do you agree with that? Oh, David agrees. So David, you are saying that you don't know how to use a lawnmower. Adam say we are fast learners, right? No, Menat say no. Adam agree. Killer, Leong and Menat say they do not agree. Okay, it's fine. Killer say you disagree. Brian, hi Brian. Skylar disagree. Mutilation, no. So all of you know how to use the vacuum cleaner and washing machine. You all better do now since we are in lockdown. Don't stay home and expect your mother or dad to do everything. You need to at least vacuum the house or put the clothes in the washing machine. Oh, for the Kardashians. Yes, the Kardashians are very rich, so they don't need to do anything. Right, the second one. Okay. Teenagers conveniently behave as children and expect to be treated as grown-ups. Do you agree with that statement? Do you agree with that statement? They conveniently behave as children, yahoo, and expect to be treated like grown-ups. Oh, Skylar say yes. It's okay, Brian. I didn't say it's wrong if you don't know how to use the lawnmower. All right, Adriana say yes. Brian says sometimes. Minat say true. Hari say, what is convenient? Convenient means it's easy. It's easy for you to make a choice to to behave like kids. But this is my belief that it's okay to, even adults, it's nice to once in a while behave like kids. You know, there's a kid in all of us. There's nothing wrong. Okay. So yeah, mutilation needs to see the situation. Okay, but not in a real serious situation where you behave like children, and then when you are being scolded or reprimanded, you want to be treated like a grown up. Okay, right? Yeah, this is all about most of you. I don't think all of you is like that, but most of you might be like that. My room is not a mess; it's a work of art. Isn't that so? Now you're going to use that against your parents, right? If your mom say your room is messy, no, mom, it's a work of art. Huh? Brian agrees. Well, now my kids will tell me that. I'll kill them if they use that line on me. Right. Okay. No statements are very true. Okay, Haris agree with that. Room is not a mess. Okay, Skylar is agreeing that the room is her or his. I don't know. Skylar, you boy or girl? I don't know. Minat, yes. Okay. All right. Adam agrees. It's normal. I was a teenager before. My room was in a mess, and my mom will always scream at us. All right. And I thought I would be messy my whole life, but no. Right now, I'm not that messy. I mean, I'm messy sometimes, but not that messy as a teenager. All right, let's continue with the next one. Okay, Skylar, you're a girl. That's nice to know. Now, teenagers don't know what age is, and adults forget what youth was. Yeah, sugar, your room can't be in a mess. If your room is in a mess, you'll be dead, right? Now, teenagers don't know what age is, adults forget what youth was. Sugar agrees. Nobody's saying anything about that statement. Teenagers don't know what age is, adults forget what youth was. Or you agree? Yeah. It's sad, you know, it's sad when many adults, they don't understand what you teenagers go through, and expect that you behave the way they want you to behave, right? We all as adults have gone through what you have gone through. I think most adults don't want you to do the same mistakes they did, so they are hard on you. Okay? Yeah, Belia, yes. What is youth, Haris? Yeah, it is Belia. It's the same. Teenagers and youth are basically the same. Teenagers are in the teenage years, 13, teen, 14, teen. They are teenagers up to 19. Youth can go up to 25. They are still young, right? Even late 20s are still considered youth, and then you go to middle age. Young people. Youth are young people. Teenagers are those in the teen, 13, 14, up to 19. All right, Ada? Okay, for teenagers, the words yes and no are complete sentences, meaning your parents say, how is, have you eaten? Yes. Have you done your work? No. So for you, that are complete sentences. That means you don't explain. Do you do you love to go jogging? Yes. Why? Silence. See? Exactly. All of you answer yes, no, don't know, right? Exactly, indeed. Right. Okay. So you all seem to agree with a lot of these statements. Good. Right. Now, activity A. What do you think, right? Do you think teenagers in your country get a good education? I like that, Adam. Limited word per day. Okay. So do you think teenagers in your country get a good education? What do you think about that? Right? This is on page 52. Do you think teenagers in your country get a good education? No. Right. Oh, I see that you all feel no. I'm so sad. Can you please tell me why? I would love to know why. So your answer would be, what would you like to learn more about at school? If you say no, that means you feel that as teenagers you do not get a good education. What would you like to learn more about at school? Oh, Jaju, not so good. They still have space to grow better. Teacher May say yes, definitely. Right. Adriana, say no. Oh, okay. Sibling craft, once swimming and playing instruments, science and maths. You all love music. I am very sad for all of you because when I was in school in the 1980s, in primary and secondary school, primary at the late 1970s and 1980s when I was still schooling, we had music lessons. And we had a music teacher that will come into the school once or twice a week to teach all the forms, music up to form 3. So we had to learn to sing, we had to learn to play instruments, we learned the music notes. Yes, we even your RBT, which is considered our SRT Suri Rumah Tangga, we learn how to cook. We learn to make a lot of all these snacks, kueh muih, right? So I had that in school. Um, Even in the teachers training college, even the boys had to learn how to cook, sew apron, and so on. But sadly, you don't have that anymore. Do you realize something? When you are in lockdown, that's the most important skill: how to cook, how to sew, how to cut hair, right? The basic human skills that you need that most schools don't have anymore, right? Yoga, right, Mithilesh? Useful life skills like communication and presentation skills. You know what? In MRSM, when students are in Form 1, they learn these lifelong skills: how to present, how to communicate, how to do fast reading. But we don't have that in our national schools, huh? Right. Okay, gaming skill. Wow, Brian, you want to learn gaming skill? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. That's what you like to learn. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's go. Okay, not going to talk about the background thingy. That is for those who cannot see what the text is about, right? So in activity B, looking at the layout of the text and the pictures accompanying the picture, right? Sorry. So where does this kind of text be found? Where can you find this type of text? Q&A education, that's the topic. All right, usually you can find in a science magazine. If it's blocked, let me know. Right, okay. No, where can you find a QA in education, right? In a magazine or science magazine, it depends on the topic. We have not seen the topic. So now read the title of the text. What type of column do you think it will appear in? Right, Adam, it can be in the newspapers, like on Sundays, they have question and answer about education. Okay, right. What type of column do you think it will? Column means like someone has a column to write about something. Okay, education column, right? Okay, yes, Adriana, magazine, it might appear in a magazine. Mm, mm. Okay, so the type of column you think it will appear is a question and answer. Q&A means question and answer, where people have sent in questions about education related issues and have been provided with answer. So you send in questions and people who are considered experts will answer the questions for you. Okay, so this is the type of column it will appear in. Okay, sorry, I need to go that fast because I don't want to have copyrighted issues. Okay, right. Now, continue with your textbook. You will see that each paragraph has an alphabet A, B, C, D, and E. Right? No, no E, sorry, A, B, C, D. Okay? So look at A. You know how to read for main ideas. Main ideas is basically you read the first one or two sentences and the last one or two sentences. So this is here it says this is very unlikely about what we don't know. Teachers are more than just machines that provide learners with information and correct exercises. Also, it must be talking about teachers. And let's look at the end. However, it is true that as time goes by, we will see more and more learning taking place on computers and teachers will work alongside them. So this text must have something to do with teachers, and the last paragraph tells us something about teachers and computers. So that's how you read for main ideas. You don't worry about the text in between. That's main ideas. I'm not talking about specific details yet, right? So remember, A is something to do with teachers and computers. Let's look at B, right? B says that, again, just main ideas. This is a popular belief, especially by those who are trying to prove the existence of psychic powers such as telepathy. Right. Okay. Existence of psychic powers. And the last paragraph, this way we use our brain. This way we use our brain. The way we use our brain. Look at me. Yeah, the way, not this. The way we use our brain is similar to the way we use different muscles in our body. We do not use every single muscle at all. Oh, all right. So he's talking about brain, okay, and brain muscle. So when you see that they are talking about brain muscle here and you don't have here, you go back and look at the second sentence. They say that as we use only 10% of our brains, we will be capable of incredible things when we actually start using. Okay, so they are talking about brains. Yes, all right. So the Q&A for B tells us that this has something to do with brains. So that's how you get your main idea. Okay, brains. Let's go on with C. C, what are the main ideas? Again, look at the first one or two sentences in the beginning and let's look at the first few sentences. No, it's a myth. Oh, they must myth. Myth is something that is not true. Okay, in Malay it's called mitos. Right? It is a myth. Something that people make up. Right? In fact, he was a very good student. It's true that he failed a university entrance exam when he was 16. We're talking about someone. Who's that someone? You don't know yet. Let's look at the last sentence. Right? The fact is that Einstein was an outstanding physicist and mathematician. So there's no point in using him as an excuse for not doing your homework. Oh, it looks like they are talking about Einstein. Right? So you get an idea. Right, C is about Einstein. Let's look at D. D says that, well, some people believe so, but others don't. You'll be wondering what they believe, so you continue the next sentence. In the UK and USA, a lot of children are educated at home every year, but it is still illegal in certain countries as many believe that it's got a lot of disadvantages. So it looks like it's talking about children educated at home. Let's look at the last two sentences. It also requires a lot of organization, time and planning by the parent who teaches their child. So in the end, it's up to you. So parents teaching children, their own children, instead of teachers teaching children, learning at home. So you get an idea, you just read the first few lines up beginning and first few lines at the end. That's all when you want to know what the whole text is about. So you get the idea, everyone? Thank you, Brian, for that. Okay, so, okay, I forgot to look at the question now in activity C, right? Is it true? Okay, before you match, you try to guess first. Okay, do you know the answer? Is it true that we use only 10% of our brains? Do you believe that we only use 10% of our brains instead of 100%? My kids are whispering, say, yes, it's true. They're only using 10% of their brains. So is it true that we use only 10%? Don't look at the text, just your own answer. This is basically your own answer, right? Do you think? Oh my God, Brian, I don't want your answer, Brian. I want to know your opinion. All right, Killer say yes, we use only 10% of our brains. Menat also agree. Is it true? Yes. Why do you say so? That you only use 10% of your brain? Everyone say 10. So sad to hear all of you only use 10% of your brain. Okay, Killer, when you watch the movie Lucy, it tells you that you only use 10% of your brain. Okay. Wow, Mithilesh, even some people don't use their brain. Brian disagree. If you need to learn more, you want to use 100%. Okay, interesting to read what you wrote there. All right, sibling craft say that the things we learn not necessary, right? Oh, sugar, you use 1% of man brain. Menat, if you use 100%, you'll be genius. Okay, interesting. Oops. All right. So for this, you'll be looking for the text, which is this, right? Let's look about the brain. This is a popular belief, especially by those who are trying to prove the existence of physical powers such as telepathy. They say that we use only 10% of our brains. We will be capable of incredible things when we actually start using 100%. That's what all of you believe, right? Now, people probably got this wrong idea from scientific discoveries in the late 19th centuries that showed that only 10% of our brain is working actively at any one time. However, this does not mean that the remaining 90% is unused. We use every part of our brain but at different times and in different amounts. The way we use our brain is similar to the way we use different muscles in our body. We do not use every single muscle all at once. So what it's trying to say is we do use all our brain, but we don't use 100% all the time. We use certain parts of our brains for certain things and for certain time only, right? So you do use them, but for different purposes. Okay, so that was the answer, right? So the answer for this would be B. Right? So Brian, you were right. This is B. Let's go on to the next question. Number 2. I'm thinking of homeschooling my children in the future. Is it a good idea? Now, without referring to the text, what do you people think about homeschooling? Is it a good idea, homeschooling? Sugar say no. No. Why not? No. There are so many children now homeschool. You are all homeschool. Teachers are teaching you through computers. No. You don't like? No. Huh? Right. I can't teach my kids. I become a green monster if I teach my own children. Right. So boring. If you have no discipline, then no. No friends. I see. All right, Manat. Very boring at home. I see. No. You prefer to be taught by someone else. All right. If you are not afraid to be as tired as hell, then yes. Okay. Very lonely. No friends. Only I will do homeschooling. Adam, you are not doing homeschooling. Even in PKP, homeschooling means you are being taught by your own parents. Your parents are not teaching you. Your teachers are still teaching you using a different media. Okay, so out of that A, B, C, D tags, which one would the answer be? All right, B, we have already chosen B for the first one, right? About the brains, B. So you only left A, C, and D. Which one would it be? Which one would it be? All right, if it's D, let's look at D. Okay, right? Well, some people believe so, but others don't. In the UK, USA, a lot of children are educated at home every year, but it's still illegal in certain countries. In Malaysia, you have to write in and ask permission from the Ministry of Education if you want to homeschool your own kids. And you have to show them that you have a timetable and a syllabus and who's going to teach, all right? So, for instance, homeschooled children don't have the opportunity to interact with other children, like most of you are saying you feel lonely. But people who support homeschooling say that their children don't actually miss out anything as they spend time with their siblings and also take part in different social events where they interact with people of all ages. So, homeschooled children are able to work at their own speed, meaning no one forces them to finish it at any certain time, and receive more attention than in the classroom. However, homeschooling is not easy as the parents on the parents, and it means not means that either the father or the mother can't work full time. Good Adam, keyword is homeschooling, which can create financial difficulties for many families. It requires a lot of organization, time, and planning by the parent who teaches their child. So in the end, it's up to you. So this answered the question on homeschooling. Okay, right? There are also some homes do homeschooling for other people's kids, right? There is also. So this is number 2. So you have that. Okay, D. Oops, where is it going? Why is it going back? Oops, I want pressing. Okay, I don't want that. All right, look at 3. I already got the answer there. Something is wrong with the way I did something. I read that by the year 2100, I don't think I'll be alive then. Computers will have replaced teachers. Is that true? Do you all agree that computers would replace teachers by 2100? Something is wrong with the way I set my PowerPoint. Okay, so but the answer is really there, so I'm not bothered, right? But I want your opinion. Oh, right. So you all believe that by 2100 computers will have replaced the teachers. So poor teachers have no more job. Right, let's look. The answer is A. This is very unlikely. Teachers are more than just machines. Okay, they show students how to use information, how to help them with individual needs and question, as well as notice if someone is experiencing problems. So a human teacher will know if you're in a bad mood, you're having some problems. Machines, they don't do that. So computers cannot provide this human and emotional side to learning. Right? So students get distracted easily. So if the teachers wasn't there to get them to pay attention, who would? Right? Okay. So learners might just remain in front of the screen without getting any work done. However, it is true that the teachers will use computers together side by side. Right. Is it happening in 2020 already? Okay, I don't know how it's happening. You mean right now? Yeah, right now the computers and teachers are working side by side, but computers are not taking away 100%. The teachers have to still produce the materials. Okay? Yes, Yvonne, maybe one day the robot can have emotions. There was a story acted by Robin Williams. I cannot remember. It's a long movie about robots that eventually he had feelings and he asked equal rights as human being. I cannot remember the name of the movie, but it was an interesting movie. Okay, I don't know if you have watched it, but the late Robin Williams acted in that movie. Okay, right. So let's continue with number 4. Read the text and match. Okay, so my cousin keep telling me that Einstein failed at school. Is he right? Do you believe that Einstein failed school? What do you think? What do you all think? Yes. Oh, you believe that he failed school. Interesting that you think that way, right? Okay, I know the movie now. It's called Bicentennial Man in 1999. Were you all born? Were you all born? Yeah, right. I want you all to Google it if you have time and then see it. It's a very interesting story, exactly talking about how robots had human feeling. All right, 1999 is the year this movie came out. So watch that. I just wanted to know because it reminded me. It was a very interesting and sad story. Okay, let's look at what they talk about Einstein. Okay, it's a myth, meaning it was not true. In fact, he was a very good student. It's true that he failed a university entrance exam when he was 16. Okay, this was because his education was focused more on science and maths, and his knowledge of other subjects wasn't as strong. He failed the non-science part of the exam, but the following year he passed, although he was a year younger than his fellow students. Nobody knows why this myth exists, but it could be because in his final year, his school reversed their marking system. The highest mark used to be 1, but it became 6. Just like your CFR English, all right? When people feel that B is not good, but B1 is good, A is not good, all right? So people looking back over his marks probably thought Einstein had failed with so many ones. The fact is that Einstein was an outstanding physicist and mathematician, so there's no point in using him as an excuse. So they say that it's a myth, right? So the answer you're supposed to have is, right, so C. So you got all the answer, fabulous. Any questions? Any question? No. Right. So we go on to activity D. This is the most important activity because this is learning the strategy how to find specific details. Alright? You know how to find specific details, right? No. Okay, good. According to the text, learners can get individual attention both from teachers and computers. Okay? So the keywords would be learners get individual attention, both teachers and computers. What text would you look at? A, B, C, or D? Which text for you to get the answer? Learners get individual attention, teachers and computers. Which text would you get the answer from? Alright, I don't want the answer false, Adam. I want to know which text you look at, A, B, C, or D. Alright, Harini, thank you. You say you look at A. Look at number 2, computers can help students who get distracted easily. Alright, so question 1 and 2 would be from text A, right? So let's look at text A. Remember, number 1, the keywords would be learners get individual attention, teachers and computers giving it to them. Number 2, computers help students get distracted easily. Or can help students who get distracted. That means computers help students who get distracted. So let's look at A. I think this is A. I cannot remember. Right, let's look at that. Okay, it's A. Right? So does it, how do you get the answer for the first one? Right, the first one says that according to the text, learners can get individual attention. Okay. So do you agree, true or false? Or where did you get the answer from? I'm going to repeat. Ooh. Learners can get individual attention both from teachers and computers. That means both computers and teachers give individual attention. Is it true? Or only teachers or only computers? Okay, Leong, you say false. Why? What words in the text tells you? Right, Adam, false because computers don't have emotions. Yeah, but it's not talking about emotions right now, Adam. The first one talking about individual attention. The last sentence. Nope. Talking about individual attention comes from which sentence? Come from which line? Line 1 here, 2 or 3. Individual attention. Students get distracted easily would be for question number 2. I'm asking about question number 1, Manat. Right. Yes. Yes, right. Okay, Leong, you're right. So, what about number 2? Computers can help students who get distracted easily. Is that true or false? Number 2. Right, good, Mong. Yes, line 3, third line. Okay, third line, exactly. That's how you get your answer, third line. What about the second sentence? Computers can help students who get distracted easily. What would the answer be? True. They help students who get distracted easily, Adam, looking at this. Students get distracted easily. So if the teachers wasn't there to get them to pay attention, who would? So does the computer help students who get distracted easily, or computers are the reason? Not the reason. Computers do not. Okay, Harini, false. False. Right. Yes. Okay. Remember, your answer for 1 and 2 is false. I wouldn't know, right? Whether it's true or not. Number 3 and number 3, 4 and 5, number 3 and 4 would be for one text, right? Discoveries have shown that people with psychic powers use 100% of their brains. Okay? So the keywords here would be people, psychic powers, use 100% brain. And number 4, we don't use all of our brain all the time. Keywords here, don't use all brain all time. Right? So number 3, many of you say false. Number 4, I'm going to go back to the text and check. Number 3, everyone say false. Number 4, let's go to the text and check. Okay? Right? They say that we are capable. Right. So, right. Some of you say true. Number 4 is true. Okay? Right. Brian, very funny. Okay. Right. So number 4 is true because you can see that they say that doesn't mean we use every part but at different times at different. Right? Correct? That's the part where it tells you the answer. And the last one, not last one, because there are how many questions? I think there are 8, right? 9. Okay. Einstein did better in some subjects than he did in others. Right? So is it true Einstein did better in some subjects but not in other subjects? Number 5. I want you to tell me the answer. If it's false, what sentence tell you that? If it's true, what sentence tell you that? Why, Brian? Are you angry, Brian? Okay. All right. If it's true, can you tell me which sentence tell you that? See, I'm not a computer. I look at the emoticons and I feel Brian is upset. Third line. Right. Yes, the third line. Okay, yes. His education focused more on science and maths and his knowledge of other subjects wasn't as strong. Oh, okay. Third sentence. Right, correct, Adam. Einstein will definitely fail Bahasa. So let's check on your answer. Red means false. Blue means true. Okay. So you are right. Okay. For number 1, most of you got it right. I think all of you got it right. Number 2 is true. Number 3 is false. Number 4 is true. And number 5 is also true. Okay. So good, everyone. What I like is you're able to detect which part of the text give you the answer based on the keywords in the statement. Let's continue with the next 4. Right. Number 6. In the last year at the school where Einstein studied, 6 was considered a good mark. So the last year before Einstein left the school, 6 was considered a good mark, 1 was considered not good. Or was it the other way around? So let's look at the text here. Nobody knows, but it could be because in his final year, his school reversed their marking system. The highest mark used to be 1, but it became 6. Line 7 to 8, all right. So some say true, some say false. Fifth sentence, right? Yeah. But talking about in his final year, so you will start from sentence 4 to 5. Okay? Line 7 to 8. Okay. Yeah, sugar, you can go and sleep. Right. Let's discover the answer later. Now, teaching children at home instead of at school is not possible worldwide, meaning homeschooling, all right, is not possible worldwide, meaning not all countries accept it. That's what it means. And supporters of homeschooling believe that homeschool children socialize as much as non-homeschool children. So the keywords is supporters. Believe, all right, homeschool children socialize as much non-homeschool children. It means those who go to school. And the last one, number 9, homeschooling, good solution. Families have financial problems. So number 7, let's look. Is it true? Everyone agree. Okay, which sentence tell you that? That is not done worldwide. For number 7. What is the keyword there to tell you that it is false? Number 8, not sure, never mind, Adam. We will look into it. If number 7 is true, then what? What words that tells you? First and second line, yes, correct. But it's still illegal, right? Yes, Skylar, exactly, illegal. Why am I going now? Okay, illegal. Okay, what about, yes, correct, Brian, illegal. What about supporters of homeschooling? Believe that homeschool children socialize as much as non-homeschool children. That means they say that the homeschool children, okay, talking about socializing. Where is it in socializing? Here. Supporters of homeschooling say that their children don't actually miss out on anything as they spend time with their sibling and also take part in different social events where they interact with people of all ages. So is it they believe that they do not miss out? Right, good, Skylar. Line 7. I don't know why it keeps on going there. It's irritating me right now. Okay. So it tells you that they believe they socialize as much. Once they talk, they can socialize with their siblings, and then they also go for outings with families, all right? And then what about number 9? Number 9, do the text believe that homeschooling is a good solution for families who have financial problems? The last few sentences will tell you that, whether it is a good solution for families who have financial problem or it's not a good solution. Right, it's false because it says that only one of the parent can work. The other parent must stay home and teach the children, right? So it will make them like only one parent bring back the money, the salary, the wage. Okay, right. Let's look at the answer. You are right. Number 6 is true. Okay. Number 7 is true. Number 8 is true. And number 9 is false. Okay. Better go to school free. Not really free, Adam. You have to buy your school uniform, you have to buy school shoes, you have to buy your exercise book. Right? Okay. Good. Excellent. All of you. Okay, I'm spending so much time on asking where you find answers, where you find answer, because it's more important than getting the answer true or false. You need to know where to get the answer and how the sentences are formed and how the questions are written is not the same, right? So it's that skill is more important than just getting answer true or false. Always remember that. Okay. Okay. Conclusion. Activity F. Discuss. Did you learn anything new from reading this text? Where you got the A, B, C, D. Did you learn anything new? Yes, but tell me, what did you learn? Not just say yes. What did you learn from the reading the text? Everyone is so quiet. I know today, I told you today is a heavy lesson, right? Very heavy lesson. Oops. Oops. Very heavy lesson. Okay. Stop. Psychic powers. Okay. I don't think you learn about psychic powers, you learn about how our brain functions. All right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Brain usage. Myth, a new word. All right, Manat. Myth. Myth is something false, not true. Okay. Like people say, don't open the umbrella in the house. It bring bad luck. It's a myth. Okay. I learned that Einstein mark is 6. Some new facts. Okay. If you have to submit a Q&A, a question to the Q&A page about education, what question would you ask? All right, Brian, I like that. Homeschooling, brain usage, future school. All right. All right, Adam, you learned some new words. Good. How to become a vet. Oh, all right. So, Kife, I think you want to become a vet. Okay. So you want to ask the question and how, why life is not fair? Interesting, Sugar. Could we have aircon at school? Right. I like that question too. Why is there exam? Right, Jamie? Can bring phone to school. All right, Manat. Okay. Yeah, you bring phone to school, and now what's going to happen? No one listens to the poor teacher teaching in front. Okay? You all be texting your friend, doing live videos, doing Instagram. How to get good grades? What is the most exciting, effective way to learn? Right, Eldrick? Interesting. How we can migrate to another country to study? Yes. Okay, Brian. Swasta school. Oh, okay, yes. Private schools, they have air conditioning because parents pay a lot of money, so they can use the money. Right? Why students need to bring heavy bags and books? Okay, again, Mr. Leish, very good question. Laptops can get stolen. Nobody really wants to steal your ugly bag and books, but people will steal laptops, tabs. Why should wear black shoes to school next year? That's a directive from the KPM that been agreed by parents who's answered survey question. How to make songs? Okay, interesting. You all got a lot of questions to ask, huh? Right, so next lesson will be on Friday, your favorite subject, not mine, language awareness. All right, so the one beauty about this lesson is I've prepared all the questions, everything. You just have to use the Google form and answer it, so you don't have to write a lot. Okay, you just basically go to the Google form and key in your answers. So, okay, why can't we learn art and music instead? Good question, Skylar. Your formal, I didn't check your formal letter yet. Is it Adam? You send it at the Google Classroom. Give me some time. Everyone wants immediate feedback. I have a lot of work to check online too. All right. So Relax, Adam, I'll get to it. Didn't I submit? Didn't I send? Adam, did you send? No, not yet, right? Okay, I didn't check yet. Okay, any questions that you want to ask? I'm sorry, like today's lesson is so dry because it's really a tough reading text. Okay, so then I know there is no question, so take care, have fun. Thank you for your patience and your endurance for following this lesson. Right, bye bye.